of the family, and it's a really important role. And you have to ask yourself, would you hire yourself to look after your kids? You think about, you got a nanny coming in, and you're sitting there going, okay, well, let me just see all your credentials, and then really, pretty much anything is going to be a step up from what we're doing in the state that we're doing it these days, okay? Because we are going about this job absolutely exhausted, tired, and worn out. And so if we realize that part of mothering is a 24/7 demanding, outpouring job, that we've got to do something that's going to rejuvenate us, that's going to allow us to have a longer wick and not be so reactive and be able to find some of that joy again. We have to recharge our batteries as a caregiver. Now, the problem is, then you get the good mom, who says, okay, well, you know what, I understand that self-care, and now I'm going to do my Pilates class, and I'm going to have my omega-3 6-9s because they're very good, and I'm going to put flaxseed in all my milkshakes, but of course I have to grind it first because it increases the bioavailability. I read that in Self Magazine. And suddenly, hold on a second here, self-care is not supposed to add to the burden of this job, We don't have to be the yummy mummy pole dancing, fantastic mom, like that. It's not about adding more in your to-do list. So we have to ask ourselves, what do we need to be authentically happy? Because you know what? A happy mom who's got pep in her step is a fantastic mom. Now, my personal training and background and everything that I teach is based on the work of Alfred Adler. And when you look at what Adler had to say about child development, just in a quick little nutshell, he appreciated that when the human baby is born, it is very small, very inadequate, doesn't really know, what's going on. It comes into the world with these big eyes, full of observation, loves watching people, trying to figure out, who am I? What is this world? How do I fit in? How do I belong? Because it knows that it can't live without being looked after. That human beings are social creatures. We have to live in herds to survive. So that little baby that comes into the world that's trying to find its way, it looks up and you know what? It sees the big people. It is like the little tadpole, and it's looking at the frog. And it says, I know I'm just a little tadpole. I know that I'm inadequate. I know that I'm the inferior, small, immature version. But when I grow up, I'm going to grow up to be a frog. That's what I'm aiming for. And you watch the little human baby develop, and it's just an amazing thing. Look at them learning how to walk. They get up, they fall down. They get up, they fall down. They get up, they fall down, right? It's amazing how tenacious they are at figuring that out, right? And the entire time they're sticking with it. They're sticking with it. They so naturally want to grow and mature and get there, right? You don't have kids sitting, getting up and falling down and saying, you know what? It's not for me. Tried it. It's humiliating. I can't do it like the other people. I'm just not a walker. You other people over there, you should be walkers. We don't have half the population lying all over the floor. No, every child figures this out. Okay? We are born with natural courage. We are born knowing that even though we are smaller and immature and inadequate at our skills, never in the mind of a child does it occur to them that in their lack of skill and mastery that they're an inferior person.